Colossians chapter 3, verse 14. Verse 15. And let the peace of God rule in your hearts, to the which also ye are called in one body, and be ye thankful. Here we are told of our calling. That is, we are called to live a life glorifying unto God in the kingdom of God. And on the one hand, as I said before, there will be peace. On the other hand, there will be thankfulness. Our calling demands that there will be peace and there will be thankfulness in Ephesians chapter 4. Ephesians chapter 4, from verse 1. I, therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called. Here is our calling. What does that calling entail? Verses 2 and 3. With all lowliness and meekness, and with long-suffering, forbearing one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. That is, we keep the unity of the Spirit. Let there be unity in the church, harmony in the church, and the peace of God. That is the way we fulfill our Christian calling. That is, we remain in the bond of peace. Now, to explain that and analyze that, let us look at 1 Peter chapter 2. 1 Peter chapter 2, from verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called. Even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps. Here is our calling. What is our calling? Our calling is to follow the footsteps of the Prince of Peace. And how did Jesus Christ manifest that he was the Prince of Peace? He was not the author of confusion, the author of trouble, or the author of the storm in the midst of the people of God. Oh, the way he manifested it is this. Look at verse 22. Who did no sin? Neither was guile found in his mouth. Who, when he was reviled, he reviled not again. That's somebody seeking peace. Somebody you revile, and he will not reply in a bad word. Somebody that you mistakenly ill-treat, or maybe deliberately injure, but he will not reply. He will not fight back. He will not retaliate. That's our calling. That's how to maintain the peace of God in our midst. When he suffered, he threatened not. Oh, that will be a peaceful family. That a wife is suffering, but she will not threaten. She will not say, I'm fed up with the marriage. I'm going to pack out. A woman that never threatens her husband, that never says, go and find somebody to cook for you. Go and tell your junior sister to be coming and living here since, you put all the emphasis on your junior sister, and I will have to pack out. I will have to go and live alone. A woman that will never threaten, that's a woman that is seeking for peace. A person in the church that will never say, I'll never be a worker again. Well, I've been hurt, I've been injured. Oh, we're sorry we injured you. I, as a pastor, I say openly, we're sorry we injured you. And we didn't want to injure you. And it's the devil that made us to injure you. We don't want to injure you. Oh, pastor said something I don't like. He has injured me. I'm never going to work in the church. Take my apology. We're sorry that we injured you. Oh, coordinator said something and he injured us. Oh, on his behalf, let me apologize. We're sorry we injured you. And, some members of the church, they've done something. We're sorry. But don't threaten. Don't say, I will never be in that church. I will never walk in that church. I will never cooperate in that church. What do you want us to do? We've injured you. We have injured you. And the egg that we have dropped on the ground is broken already. We cannot gather it up anymore. All we can do is say, oh, brother, we're sorry we injured you. Don't threaten us that you will not be with us again. We love you. We don't want you to go. We want you to remain with us here. We really appreciate you. It's unfortunate in the past we offended you, but don't threaten. Don't say, I will go. Don't say, I will not walk in that place again. Don't say, they don't appreciate me. Maybe we didn't appreciate you in the past, but we appreciate you now. We love you now. We are sorry for a mistake in the past. But you see, when you are seeking peace, you will not threaten. You will not say, I'm going to another church. Don't go to another church. forgive us and stay with us here. When he suffered, he threatened not, but he committed himself to him that judgeth righteously. That's the Prince of Peace. That's the Prince of Peace. And that is how he kept the peace in the midst of the people of God. Let's follow after that way of peace. That is our calling. My brother, that is your calling. My sister, that is your calling. Let there be peace and let there be thankfulness. In all things, let us always be grateful to the Lord. That every time, that whatever has happened, we're grateful to the Lord. Let that thankfulness be there. That gratitude be there. And always look up to the Lord, that He will help us to manifest Christian character, to put on Christian charity, and to walk in the path that reveals your Christian calling. Let us rise up and talk to the Lord in prayer, that God will help us, that we will have this Christian character. We will have the Christian charity. We will have the Christian calling and walk in the path that reveals our Christian calling. My brother, rise up and pray. My sister, rise up and pray. You heard yesterday of the evidence of the grace of God in our lives. Let us have more of that evidence. More of that evidence. And let us talk to the Lord today. If you have not been saved, my friend here tonight, call upon the Lord and be born again. And if you have been born again, tell the Lord you want to manifest all this Christian character, the Christian charity, and manifest the Christian calling. The Lord will help you. The Lord will help you. He has made all these things available to us. Put it on. Put it on. You'll see that Christian character fits you. Put it on. You'll see Christian charity fits you. Put it on. And this is your Christian calling. Walk in the way of peace.